Credit cards and the scammers. Hitting the list in the drama. Legacies, fandom.
What's up, guys? House of Reactions, Khalil.
Savannah.
Pretty much, what we're making this video on is, it's on a controversial topic. Very controversial. Pretty much, the theme or the main topic that's been going around this week is Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice. There's a lot of people that like it. There's a lot of people that hate it. And there's people that think it's good.
Yep.
But pretty much what we've been seeing is a lot of negativity towards the movie. And
I feel like I've seen more negativity than.
And that's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. Like it's not me like just saying like, why are you hating the movie? It's not me saying that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand what
yeah,
people
that's where I'm
don't
coming
like,
from.
so I can be more. I see your point.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out too.
But in this video, we're pretty much going to be discussing the things we like, the things that we've noticed since it's been a minute since we've had some time to think on it since we first saw it.
Yeah.
Then we're going to think some things that we didn't like.
Yeah.
And then we're going to focus on how did the story go? Did it really line up? Did it all come together right? It's just a bunch of things I really want to talk about. So this is pretty much going to be a discussion for the movie. It's not really a review. It's not like, well, let's just leave it at that. It's not a review, not a reaction or anything. It's just a discussion.
Yeah.
So pretty much we can start with the characters, because those and the people that play them, like those, that started a lot of stuff. Yeah. So if we were to start with Superman,
since he's been
Henry Cavill, how would you describe the way? How did it come off to you? Is he the right Superman for you? Do you feel, or?
I feel like he's a perfect Superman. I don't know. I've always, I've watched, like, back in the day, you know, I've watched them, what was it? Lois and Clark, whatever. I watched, you know, different ones with Superman and in the movies and stuff. And, I mean, I really enjoyed the Superman. Like, since Man of Steel, I just thought he was perfect for it. I thought he looked the part. I just thought he was perfect. I don't know. I really enjoyed him being
the
Superman.
Negativity around Henry Cavill's Superman is pretty much, you don't see a lot of what a lot of people are saying. You don't see Superman. Okay. Like he's very different.
What do you mean?
Like people will say, like these are just things I've heard. Yeah. I've heard people say, he's very bland. Like no emotion really. Like doesn't really smile. He doesn't really frown. Like you know, but he. And then there's a lot of people that say he doesn't really give off that Superman vibe, like very heroic, you know? Because like a lot of people say, or at least I've heard somebody say this today, that he's in past versions of Superman, he was always, I can't turn my back on the people. Yeah. Like no matter what, I'm gonna do what I can to protect them. And in this one, it's kind of like. I don't know anymore. This isn't my world. I really don't know what I'm doing here. I have no place here. Then he's talking about, like, he's doubting being Superman himself. Like, Superman was never real. It was just a dream of some farmer from Kansas or something like that. And, like, he's really not showing that hope that he really resembles in past versions, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, and I don't know, that didn't bother me that he was like, I'm not going to say in denial, but he was just, maybe that he lost hope a little. I don't know, that just to me made it show how, like, how this world was just like, I don't know, how, I guess we were tearing him down in a way, not believing, but he still, in the end, fought for us, you know what I mean? Like, even though everybody was like, you know, Superman shouldn't do this or he shouldn't do this, in the end, he gave his life, you know, whatever, to save them, you know what I mean? So I don't know, that didn't bother me when it came to that part, like, but I see what people say, I guess, as in he gave up hope and he didn't seem like the one that, you know, like maybe how they used to be. The part where he was talking about his facial expression, I guess, like he always, I mean, he did have a lot of the same facial expression in the movie. I mean, I seen him smile, you know, when he was with Lois and stuff, but I think why he had the same one was...
The last time he smiled, I don't even know if it was really a smile. It's just kind of like when he just looked at her and said, like, I love you, and she's like, no, don't do it. And he just like, kind of just fine. But
I think for this movie, why he had the same tone on his face or whatever was because of how everybody was treating him. How, you know, he was just like, you just felt sorry for him. Like, he didn't have a lot to smile about, I guess, because he's always been put down. He's trying his hardest to do what's right, and people are saying, you know, they're being mad at him. So I don't know. That part didn't bother me. But what about for you?
I've really, like, all day, I've really been thinking on this. Like, it's at the point where I wouldn't see it again. Just so I could just go back through the movie. It wasn't for my enjoyment. It was pretty much to go back through the movie so I could just see
what people were talking about.
What people were talking about. See if I could pick out anything. And I don't know. It just, he doesn't really show a lot of happiness.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, like, people are putting him down and stuff like that.
I felt like that was kind of the point.
But I know a lot of people have said too that they don't make you like how they say it was more of a Batman movie. And they really didn't make you care much about Superman. Like he doesn't show a fighting chance. Like, he's just, you know, getting beat down the whole time. Like, they're making him like the not after, but you know, they're kind of just like, we're not gonna focus on him right now.
I guess it was a little different for me. I mean, I definitely see where it felt like a Batman movie, and it was like, you know, just a little bit Superman. But I feel like the part, I mean...
Even the part where Lex he tells Superman, like, you gotta go fight him to the death, and Superman's like, I have to convince him to help me or he's gotta die. And he's like, nobody stays good in this world. Like, he's really doubting who he is. Like, I understand, like, that's not being how he should be, like, and putting off that heroic vibe and stuff like that.
But for me, that made, I guess, and maybe I'm different than most of these people, but for me, that made me care more about him. Like, he's just down. Like, he's trying so hard, and nobody, like, they're not giving him this credit. Like, that made me feel like, man, come on, Superman, you can do it. You know, I don't know. I didn't hate that.
The way we thought about it, it was just, it just made him look just a little bit more human.
Yeah, like, exactly. That's exactly.
Like,
and I guess people don't like that.
On his planet, they would have ruled over, like, him and his parents would have pretty much ruled over the whole thing. But then you see how everything was set up. Everybody really respected pretty much who was king, queen at that point. On Earth, I guess in this case, people are, I'll say, society is very vocal about certain stuff. So, and like, everybody's worried too. So that's probably like why everybody's like, yeah, you are doing too much.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's a really rough topic. That's why I really wanted us to go ahead and make this video and discuss it. And
you just talking about the whole video in general, I've really been wondering, like, why people don't like it. Like, I understand you don't like certain movies, and we ain't got all like same movies, but what about this movie is people not liking? Like, I don't know, because the way I looked at it, I was just like, this is, you know, it's good. I don't know.
Okay. Let's go on to the next character.
Okay.
Personally, favorite character in the movie. A lot of people, like, some people may disagree, some may agree. Ben Affleck is Batman.
Oh yeah, I loved him. I thought he did good. I have a question though, because I don't know if I've really seen anything. Has a lot of people not been liking him as Batman?
There's a lot of people that say he made the movie, so...
That's what I was thinking, because, like, I know, like, beforehand...
But I've ran into a few that's just, like, you know, it's like, oh, he's still, no, he doesn't, he's not Bale or Keaton.
Beforehand, you know? I've seen where people was like, they didn't have any faith in him, but after this, like, at least everything I've been looking at, people's been like, you know, he made the movie, or he did really good. So, I haven't seen much of a backlash, in my view.
I know a lot of people say like, when you look at him as Bruce Wayne, you don't see Ben Affleck. I mean, you see Ben Affleck when you look at him as Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
But when he's Batman, you see Batman.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I mean, with that, I can understand that, because I was, every time he was in the suit, I was like, yeah,
it was good.
That's Batman.
It was really, oh God. The way he was fighting was just amazing. It was
That's
cool.
a big problem too.
What? People don't like how he fought?
It's a lot of people saying, why is he killing?
I understand that's not like really what he did, but it just...
To me, it added more to his character, and it made it seem like he's really at this point fighting out of anger and rage. Like he's just been going through so much, and it's just like at this point he's just justice by any means. Whatever I have to do is it's getting accomplished. Like, what did he say? Like right before he was about to kill Superman, like my parents. Your parents, I bet they taught you were something special. Yeah. My parents taught me a different lesson. Things only work out if you force them to. So he's pretty much like, whatever it takes, I'm gonna do it. But I understand it's not really the way past versions of him have done anything. Yeah, and he's shooting people and stuff. I
understand that, but I enjoyed it so much how he was, not saying killing people, but you know what I mean? I enjoyed the whole fight.
It was like, man, he's really aggressive, and it's just like he just added that he's dark, but it's like, oh my god, it's like he's, you know.
I thought he did a great job though. You know, I thought it was really good.
Bruce Wayne, I was okay with that, but
I was okay with it, but I see, I guess, what people say about that. They didn't see they didn't see Bruce Wayne in that. They seen Ben Affleck, and I understand that. But when he put on that suit, though, I feel like you can't help but see Batman.
Yeah, there's been a let's go to the next one. Let's go Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
I thought, and well, like I was about to say, I guess I don't really know much about the character, you know, just what kind of we looked up that, you know, and stuff, but I thought she did amazing. Like, I liked it, I enjoyed it. To me, she seemed like that, like...
I know a lot of people said, actually, she was their favorite.
Really?
So.
Yeah, like, I feel like, I don't know, she gave that role of, like, she's been there, done that, you know, I don't know, I enjoyed it. Like, I loved it so much.
I think
she was my favorite.
I think what made people, like, really... like become interested in her was she was very mysterious through the whole
That's what
movie.
I liked about it. That's what
like she was always quiet. She wouldn't really give off too much. She's just like it was the first time you seen her. Bruce was going back to get the decryption device.
Yeah.
And like he looks over and she's just standing there and she just walks out and just disappears on him. And he's just looking like, who are you? Yeah. And then the next time they run into each other, he's like, I've known women like you. She's like, I don't think you've ever met a woman like me. So, like, she didn't have much to say at all.
But it made such a big impact. Or at least for me,
just
it did.
Like, the mysteriousness of her character, I think that's what did it. And now, like, a lot of people, I'm even ready for the Wonder Woman movie.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for that. Like you were saying, her people's favorite character. She was my favorite character in it. I mean, I still love Superman and all. And Batman's cool. But it was just something about her. And she didn't even have, like, many parts. But it was just, like, just the part she had was just, I don't know. It was something about her that I really enjoyed.
One thing, the way she's written has been a problem, too.
What you mean?
How I can understand this.
What'd they say?
Where it goes from, she is, where was she at? She was somewhere when the lightning was going on at the crash site. No, before that. She was somewhere else, and then...
Oh, yeah, she was. I don't know where she was at, but I remember it being on the TV or something.
And then she went home. Mm-hmm. And, like, even when all this stuff was going on, she had time to go home, get changed clothes, and get in her, rest clothes, and then she's got time to check the internet and stuff like that, all the other guys, and then she's got, like, even when Doomsday shows up, she's got time to go... Like, this isn't me talking. This is, like, the complaints I've heard. Yeah. Then she's got time to go get on a plane, like, to leave. And then I was just kind of like, then she turns around and goes to help.
So what are you saying? People are saying that they didn't...
It's just the way they cut the movie. It was just really...
For me, and I understand what you're saying. For me, I guess them parts were kind of, like, showing that, hey... Because what she said...
I understand what they were getting to. Like, they're trying to, like, get to that point where it's like, okay, I need the help.
But one at the end, she said something about, like, I've dealt with monsters or something, like, from different worlds. Like, some way. I feel like maybe she was just like, I'm not about to get into this. And then it just kept going on. Things kept going. She's like, okay, I gotta go help these people. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I understand what you're saying, though, in that. How it was kind of weird how she did all of that and then kind of showed up.
Because I kind of noticed it the first time, but I think my excitement made me ignore it.
Oh, yeah. The first time I ignored everything. I was just freaking out. But
that's why I had to take, like,
at
least a day or two to get my mind right so I could talk about this.
And I did notice a lot more the second time I watched it. Because I like that, I don't know how to explain it. It was just like, I hadn't seen it, so I could focus more on what was actually going on. I don't know if that makes sense once I say it, but it makes sense to me.
Now, let me grab my drink real quick because we're about to get on something that's pretty.
That's the intermission. Is it intermission?
Something that's pretty big that's going on with this movie.
I don't know what he's about. Ooh, I forgot I had Drake. I don't know what he's about to say.
All right.
I'm sorry, that was really good.
Next character.
There's another. Oh, there is another one.
This is pretty much the fourth big one. Lex Luthor.
Yes.
Junior, by the way. I don't know how many people have known that. Because I know a lot of people have been saying, like, oh, he's not the Lex Luthor that we were expecting. Like, we were expecting, like you said, the billionaire with power and stuff that people really love, but on the inside, like, he just really just hates Superman. Like, I've heard that's like Lex Luthor, like, that's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
But, like, what I've been hearing, like, Jesse was pretty much cast as Lex Jr., Lex Luthor Jr.
Yeah.
So he's, like, the pass on. And I noticed, like, at the beginning, he was like, they were like, Lex Luthor? He was like, no. He's like, my dad was the Lex in front of the court, you know?
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm just taking over.
That was his way of saying, hey, I'm a different, you know, I don't know. I told you about it, and I don't know much about Lex Luthor, but I read that there was, like, different versions of him. Like, at first, there was that mad scientist, kind of, not psychotic, maybe. I don't remember the word they used, but I remember mad scientist being in it. But they had that version, and then they had the kind of powerful billionaire, you know, that version. Yeah. So I'm feeling like he's more of the, you know, the other version, the mad scientist kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, just how not saying he's a mad scientist, but, you know, I think he had more of that feel than the other one.
Yeah, it was just, because I know, like, a lot of people, like, even Tyrone and, like, a few other reactors who I watched the reviews of him said, like, he's more wacky than anything, and they couldn't dig it.
I loved it.
Like,
but yeah.
The thing about us, I think maybe because, like, we're part of that younger generation. I guess it's the gap.
Yeah. And I'm thinking this, and this might be where you're going, but, like, I've always, like, when I was little, I watched the, you know, Batman cartoons and all that, but I don't think I really, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not looking for that person to be exactly like how it was in the comic or whatever. I guess because I maybe don't know as much, even though I did watch it.
Like, I was just telling you that. I was like, the fact that we're much bigger Marvel fans than DC fans.
Yeah, so I don't know as much as I, you know, maybe should know about it.
Yeah, that probably has a little bit of an effect.
That's what I'm thinking when it comes to this.
Like, on our look at what this movie brings to the table.
We're just looking at like, oh man, he's a good villain. When other people are like, hey, he's not how he's supposed to be, or he's not how.
Because
that's why I think they're more critical.
Since we're more focused on Marvel,
and
like we're just kind of like peeking over, like, oh, DC's got this movie coming out, I want to check it out.
I think that's
so
what
I was
it
like,
is
oh,
for
that's
us.
kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, sorry guys, but yeah, back to what we were saying. Pretty much, just we don't really. Like, everything Marvel I can kind of keep up with. Like, over the years, they've been doing all this stuff. So, I know what to expect.
Yeah.
I know about a lot of their characters.
Yeah,
like,
we know a lot more about
DC,
them.
I've never dug too far into it past, like, a lot of their main characters.
Yeah.
Like, from the Justice League.
Yeah.
After that, I'm kind of lost after that. But, I mean, I guess it's just the way things are different on Marvel's side than DC's. Yeah. Not trying to compare the two. I'm just saying, like, since I'm more of a fan from this one, I may not quite understand the criticalness of, or how important it is.
Yeah.
Like, for a character to be that way. Because I know like being a huge Marvel fan, we want our characters to be
Yeah.
a certain way.
That's
So
what I
I
was
think
just
that's what
about
it
to
is
say.
with them.
Just
like
about
with
to
DC,
say.
like bigger DC fans, because they're like, we like our characters to be right too. So
That's
I
exactly
completely
what I was like.
understand
It just hit me like I kind of understand now, maybe, because if they did Marvel, like they did Iron Man a certain way or Thor, I'm like, no, that's not him. That's not how he acts. You know, I would be mad too. So it just like it hit me like that. Like I get where they're coming from.
I mean, through that, I can understand what the character.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's get to some scenes.
Okay.
Okay, now what are some scenes that you truly liked? And we'll pick out some of the things that people have been saying. So, like,
definitely when they first introduced both of them. Has anybody said anything about that? Because I definitely love how they introduced Batman. I love how they introduced Superman. So yeah, has anybody said anything, or have you seen anything?
I think the way they introduced both of them was actually okay.
Yeah.
But
okay,
I have noticed the Superman introduction.
I loved it. She was just like, no. I trust you.
That was fine.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just before that. When the guys rode off on the motorcycles, went straight past them.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you could have stopped them. I was
just about to say, is that what we was talking about? Because he didn't stop none of that killing or any of that. He didn't try to help them. He was just like.
But again, it was even worse further into the movie when, Batman's chasing them down and he just like lets the car hit him, and I'm like, bro,
he didn't even get.
I'm like, yeah, they're gone. Like,
do you think it's because he's getting distracted by different things? Well, no, I don't know. I think maybe with the first.
Really almost no explaining it. That's why it's like, okay, that I can pick out of that.
Maybe if you think about it like this, though, say in the first scene with Lois, say Superman was probably murder and bad things all over the world. So say he wasn't focused on what she was doing right then, but then when she was in trouble, he felt that like, oh, Lois needs help, she's about to die or something. Like maybe then it stopped him from whatever he was doing, and then he came. Or maybe he wasn't anywhere around where he knew that there was like fighting. If you think about it, there's fighting probably everywhere at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I totally understand what you're saying. That was kind of he could easily stop them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or not really. I mean, somebody probably would have died, but he could at least stop some of it. So I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think about that until you brought it up the other day, though. I was like, that's a pretty good thing to think about.
Okay. What's another scene?
Another scene? What about something with Lex Luthor? What about the ending? Well, I think it's probably all the same with Lex Luthor. People just didn't like how he acted, was it? Mm-hmm. So yeah, we don't have to really talk about that. I don't know. You name a scene. I'm trying to think.
Scene. No, I liked.
What about the? Well, go ahead.
I like the. You might want to tell me before you forget, because I know how you.
I know I had the worst memory. I was just gonna say, what about the Batman Superman fight?
That's what I was just about to say.
Okay.
The fight I thought was okay. I understand where people would say I wanted a little bit more out of it, because that was the goal in the movie. So
yeah, I think a lot of people.
It was only like 5 minutes, so I understand that.
But yeah, I know what you're saying. That's what people wanted to see, Batman versus Superman.
Because I thought the whole movie was going to be like Batman just trying to figure out how to take this guy down.
That's what I thought. Which I guess
I think it would have been better if that was pretty much the main topic, and Lex was pretty much the guy behind the scenes. Not as much camera time, just behind the scenes trying to set things up.
Yeah. So you're saying.
Or for it to backfire, then they work together. I don't know.
Yeah, so you saying it mostly be about, them trying, or Batman trying to kill him, not so much about Superman, how the world hates him? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, they could have left that out of it, and it's still been a really good movie.
Like, starting the fight out, I thought was great.
Yeah.
Like, the way he came down at, like, he was just like, Bruce, we need to talk. And I know a lot of people are like, wait, how did they know each other? And then it's like, I thought Superman could see through the mask or whatever.
Yeah, that's how he found out who. I remember that in the comics. Or in the animated series, I remember that. Because he just, like, looked through with his vision, he seen who it was. But yeah, I like how this ain't got.
And then he just kind of, like, backed him into the.
Wait. Well, go ahead. I just thought about something about the movie.
What's that?
They never showed how Batman figured out who Superman was. Because in the animated series, I loved how he.
I thought I just figured it out when Flash showed him the vision.
Oh,
Like when he showed him that vision of Superman coming at him.
Because
I thought that's when he was like, "That's who that is," or I don't know. They really didn't explain it. So.
I didn't think about it because that's one of my favorite parts, like in the animated series, when how he tracks him and then he calls him, and I don't remember what he says, but he says something like, basically he's like, "I know who you are," and Superman looks and he's like, Batman's like on a building just sitting there. So I thought it was pretty cool because he had like a tracking device on him and he figured it out. So I kind of wish they would have done something with that because I thought that was kind of funny in the series. What else? Dang, I went blank.
Oh God.
What?
I hit the Lex Luthor laugh.
Oh God! Please don't. That's creepy.
Let's see.
So what's something with
that? I know that was a big problem though with a lot of people. The
way
it was cut up, and it's like you're not explaining things like when you're going forward.
Yeah.
And
I heard that somebody at work told me that.
But the thing I really thought about, I think, is you got to have the right mind for it.
I think so.
To really get to that.
Yeah.
Or because I know, think about when I'm like writing about like stuff I want to turn into like films and stuff like that. It's the whole, okay, I know I want to go here to here. I just know how to get there. Maybe that's Zack Snyder. Like he's me and him may have that similarity. Like I know what I want to start with. I know where I want to go. But I just don't know how to get there. Just the part in the middle. And I really I understand what people say when they said that. Because some parts you were just like, wait, what? But I just overlooked it, I guess. I don't know. I guess, and this is going back to what we just said, the whole thing for me, I guess, is just, I wasn't being critical on it. Like, I kind of, like, even though he left that blank space, I just kind of overlooked it. And it's like, oh, look at the ending. You know, look at the beginning. I never even said he should have explained it. I don't know. Now that I'm sitting here thinking, if this is a Marvel movie, I'm like, I would be one of these probably mad people like, hey. So it's kind of changed my whole mindset. I understand where people are coming from now. Because I wouldn't like if they were like, not saying doing them wrong, but, you know, skipping out on stuff and changing the characters. That would make me mad, so, I don't know. I understand now. Let me see.
What about Doomsday?
Oh, like, the main problem I really saw people have with that was, actually, there's two main problems.
What?
The way he looked.
Okay, I heard that.
Didn't have, like, the horns.
I've heard that.
Or the bones, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said horns. But bones sticking out and stuff like that. But the second part is really early for that.
To put Doomsday
because Doomsday kills Superman. Yeah. And people are like, this is like your second movie, and it's like, oh, okay. And that's what I was gonna say earlier too.
Sorry, y'all.
I mean the funeral I think was done very good.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I think it was too early for a death.
Yeah. I didn't think about it at all until he brought it up. But he was saying, what was the point in killing Superman? And when I thought about it, I was like... Because
he's going to be in the Justice League, so it's like, what kind of cliffhanger is that? It's not really a cliffhanger.
And I always, I cry on, about every movie. It could be a cartoon, I cry. But in that scene when Superman died, I didn't cry because I knew there was going to be a Justice League movie. So I think that was pointless. Now, if they'd done it, after a few movies or the next movie, then I'd be like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
They should have waited till they got Man of Steel, Dawn of Justice, Justice League, get the Justice League movies out the way, and then do a Man of Steel 2, and then it happened, because it's like, is there going to be any more Justice League, man, stuff like that? I
definitely think they should have waited now, because I had no emotional, I don't even, nothing, because I knew they're making another one. This whole movie is about them making, the Justice League, or leading up to Justice League, so that was the most pointless thing, once you brought it up to me, because I didn't think about it.
I just want to say, this isn't us just trying to go with popular opinion. We're just
we're
it's just that the movies had so much negativity.
Yeah.
I just want to figure out and understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, because I was totally lost. Why?
Since me not being a big DC fan, I want to understand how you feel, how they feel about it.
Yeah.
And with us being Marvel fans, if I take how they feel and put it towards how I feel towards Marvel movies,
that's what changed my whole opinion on all this.
Okay.
I totally understand now. I get it. I mean, I still thought it was a great movie, but I understand if I was I just said I'm not gonna repeat it, but definitely if it was Marvel and they were changing stuff, I'd be mad. So I totally understand it now.
Let me see. I know a lot of people didn't like the way the Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg were introduced.
They didn't like that? I thought it was...
Flash, I'll admit, I like what they did. I hate the look.
I thought, and when I seen that guy, because I've seen him play in some movies, I can't think of his name.
It's like the mustache.
Yeah, the way I guess I envisioned Flash, it didn't match up with how he looked. So I was confused. I was like, wait, he's playing Flash?
I know it looked like there was like cloth coming off him, but I think that was just like the suit, kind of like the fading of the suit, because he's like going into the future or the past. Sorry.
But I think how he looked, it just kind of threw me off at first, because I was like, who's this guy? And then I realized, oh, he's fast. Oh, that's Flash.
Then I'm like, where's all the hair?
Yeah. But wait, in the vision with Flash, he didn't have no mustache or nothing, right? So maybe he like cuts and then cuts his hair. I don't know.
What do you mean the vision? Like when he's like Bruce?
Yeah.
That's when I noticed it. I was like,
I didn't notice it there. I just noticed. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. Maybe I don't, because I don't know much about DC. Maybe
and then
he
he
does
had like
have
the thing over his face.
Yeah.
And he looked more like a Power Ranger. I mean, in the face, he did.
Maybe there's just a different version we've never seen of Flash or something. Because I've only seen like one little version.
And then like when the helmet lifts up, apparently what people have been telling me, there's like the CGI things around his eyes, and people are like, "Oh God, it's Green Lantern all over again."
Oh God.
And
I don't know much about that, so I don't know. That just it didn't look like who I thought Flash looked like. But I need to look up
at first
him.
I was like, This kind of reminds me of Flash, because all the lightning and stuff. But
yeah, you the one that told me it was Flash.
Is this supposed to be Flash? Like, it made me ask, is this supposed to be Flash? Because I wasn't like other people. It's like, that's Flash, you know. Okay, then Aquaman.
I thought he looked good. I thought he looked really cool. Like, he looked like he'd be in the water. Like, I don't know.
Like the way his eyes were, I like that. Like glowing in the ocean, the darkness. And he came out. And sorry.
No, you good.
It was the way he looked into the camera. I was like, okay. But then it was the way he just sat there for a second. And I'm just like...
You like... Oh, I was about to say, did you like that part?
No, I was waiting for it. Like, I didn't know if he was expecting to be some type of threat. So he's just, oh God. Like, you know.
That's what I was... Well, not that one. What I was going to say. But when it had that pause or he just standing there, I was confused. I was like, is he going to do anything? Are they going to show us anything he could do? And so when they showed us him, like, not blasting off, but... Yeah. Swimming off, I don't know what you want to say. It was pretty cool and stuff, but for a second I was like, why is he just sitting there or standing there, whatever?
He went out.
That was really cool.
That was nice.
Yeah. So that kind of made up to me for that long pause of him just staring into the camera. You know what I mean?
Then there's Cyborg.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, but I couldn't see him much. Like,
yeah,
I don't even know what he looks like.
That was my main problem.
I don't even know who plays him because I couldn't see his face.
I want to say Ray Fisher.
I'm going to have to look that up. But yeah, I can't see good anyway, but I couldn't see his face. I was like, who is that, you know? But I thought it was cool how he had half a body and then he was like, you know, making it. But I don't know. I wish it was a little closer. Like.
But the thing is, because at first all you see is like this,
and then
like the top half of the body.
Yeah.
And then after that you see the bots come and pretty much... He starts electrocuting him and stuff, and like you see like the metal start taking over his body, and I'm like, okay, but it was almost like just a glimpse. It was like a tease. It's like you didn't see him in full like you saw the other two. So
yeah, you're right about that.
It was kind of like, dang, okay.
Yeah.
Like I understand why people say it was rushed in too, because it was just like, dang it, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
And I do think it would have been better when Batman first found the picture of Wonder Woman. If he would have actually been the one to search through all those other profiles.
That would have been cool. Well, I just thought of this. They didn't never show a video of her. That would have been kind of cool if they showed a video of her. They just showed that picture. Which was still pretty cool. Like, oh, he figured it out. But I would like to see like a picture of her back in the day, like fighting somebody or something, you know? That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
What else?
I'm really, at this moment, just trying to break down the movie.
Yeah.
And just... You know, just give a little bit extra insight on it.
Trying to think of something else. I really don't know. I mean, there's lots of scenes and.
Yeah, because it was a lot bunched into one, which is why a lot of people say it. And it's like, they feel like this movie was pretty much a 2.5 hour Justice League teaser trailer. You know, I've heard people say that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a different scene that wouldn't bring up the same, like, discussion we're talking about. Like, because if I said a scene about Superman, we're probably going to have the same discussion, like, people didn't like him because of his facial expression. You know, I'm trying to think of something that brings up something different. I don't know.
Actually, I'm going to say the fight between Batman and Superman wasn't my favorite part.
Oh,
My favorite part was actually the beginning. When you
mean
see
how they introduced him, or
no?
Okay, what?
Not when he falls down with the bats when his parents die. I'm talking about when we get to the point where Bruce is getting off the plane, the helicopter, and he's going through the city and looking at everything happen. I'm like, from that point of view, it looks like, I
really did like that part, how they intertwined what happened in Man of Steel to what, that.
And before,
I like that. I thought that was really cool.
Is introduced to the Superman.
I thought that was really cool.
Nice.
I forgot about that. I mean, I didn't forget about that part, but I forgot they really bring that up. I thought that was a good part.
I'll say that was one of my definite favorite parts.
Yeah. This is kind of really not really that important, but, and I told you it's kind of cool that they used a car, like they used, because usually you would think they'd use some kind of like fast, kind of, like sports car kind of thing. That's kind of cool. They just used a car like he really got it playing and just, got into that. That was pretty cool.
Here's something I noticed too.
What?
Remember the courtroom when Lex blew it up?
Oh, I remember that.
And everybody's dead and Superman's just standing there.
He looked pitiful. I about cried because of him.
They sent the nuke after Superman and Doomsday.
Yeah.
And it kills Superman.
Yeah.
And before he comes back because of the sun.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to get at was that supposed to kill him? Because I know a lot of people say like he should be able to take that like at least the explosion because he's kind of
I wonder why
like
he couldn't
indestructible.
Take that. That is kind of, I didn't think about that. I don't know. I thought he would have.
I'm just trying to figure out like the problems everybody else had. It's just they're starting to dawn curiosity on me, and I'm just
I don't know why they killed him. I feel like he got distracted a lot in this movie. Like he got distracted.
I thought he was gonna like let Doomsday take the hit. And
that's what I was saying. Like he was worried about fighting Doomsday, and he didn't realize that. Well, he looked back, he seen the nuke, but he didn't even think. Hey, let me move out of the way.
He was like pulling back, and then like he's just looking at it. I'm like, he's not gonna move. And I'm like,
how he didn't realize there was a bomb. He got distracted there. I think in this movie he got distracted a lot.
I think I can come up with something like for the bomb because like I was telling you earlier.
Oh yeah, you was telling me. What was talking about?
The Granny's peach tea caught her off guard, which caused her to start stuttering. Superman's like, "Wait, what's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Like taking away his attention from stopping or hearing the bomb or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I like that.
I think he just has so much on his plate, whereas like people just not liking him or whatnot, and maybe he got distracted from everything. But I don't know. There's a lot of parts where I felt like, hey, he's Superman. He should have known there was a bomb. He's Superman. He should have, he should have been able to take that hit. Or at least I thought he should have been able to. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me see. And then somebody was saying, how did the nuke do it? But Batman using kryptonite twice, having Superman breathe it in his lungs, how did that not kill him? But the nuke does.
That's true. That's really true.
And I was like, yeah, if it was a rock and he just got weak next to it, okay. And then, but then it's the fact that he's breathing in. It's going inside his body. So
that's very true.
And I was like, that's a really good point.
Yeah. That's true. What do you think of that? When you think I'd burn his insides, like, because you know how I hate when this got to do with the movie. I thought it was kind of cool how Lex Luthor, got his fingerprints off of him with the kryptonite, cut his fingerprints off and put it on his hand so he could get into the thing. That was a pretty cool part. I thought it was neat.
I know a lot of people have a problem with Lex, like knowing Superman's whole name or knowing who everybody is. It's like, when did he find out who Batman is? When did he find out who Superman is?
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that's true.
And somebody was saying,
well, you can go ahead.
Because I know he went inside the ship and they told him everything.
Is that when he found out who everybody was, or did he already know?
No, I think that just has stuff on like Krypton,
Yeah, I think so.
Like their history and stuff. But
yeah,
I know somebody saying, how do you take Zod's fingerprints, get into the ship, and all of a sudden just know everything?
That's true.
But then I know Lex supposed to be like really intelligent, but I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
Because I'm not too. I don't know if it's something more to that because we're not too like deep into DC like that. But like I'm a casual DC fan. I am, but I'm not one of those.
One part I was kind of about the Lex Luthor going into the ship or whatever you want to call it. One part, and I don't remember exactly what she said or the person talking or whatever. They said something about like you don't have access to this, and he was like dismiss it or something, and then they gave him access to it. I don't remember what she said. Like I think it was about you couldn't bring him back to life or whatever. I don't know the word they used, Zod or whatever. And they was like, this is not allowed or something. And then he was like, are they here? I'm the boss now.
The council's dead.
Yeah, so I was like, why did him just saying that just change everything? Like,
There's no council to stop that. So I think.
But why?
I
mean, if the ship had that little security thing, really wasn't security, if you can just say, ignore what you just said and do what I wanted. I don't know. I was confused about that.
I think it was more saying, like, this can never happen again or something like that. Or,
yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to actually just... it's just so much more to the movie that I was really trying to pay attention to today.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to think about, but it doesn't change the fact that I enjoyed the movie.
Oh no,
it just makes me think a lot more of it. And I'm like, there are some flaws there.
I'm understanding now. I feel you guys. I feel you.
Because you put a heavy Marvel fan in that same position, they're gonna be like, what the heck, you know? So
I'm gonna be mad. Why y'all do me like that?
That's what makes it really understandable.
Exactly. That's my aha moment. You know what people say?
Because I know if it was backwards and Marvel messed something up, and I know
We'd
DC
be
fans
busting at the camera going off.
I know DC fans would be like,
that was a movie.
No, I don't know if they say that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like, the casual Marvel fan who's also a bigger DC fan maybe be like, I can see why y'all think it wouldn't be like that, but I still think it was okay. Yeah. I mean, that's if they are willing to admit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know how some people are.
They probably be like, this sucks. But that's funny. It's just the whole. I don't know. Like, I just really, I can say I like both, but it's just nothing will ever take Marvel over. Like, to me.
In my opinion too.
But
something about Marvel, I like it a little better.
Dawn of Justice did really good in box office though.
Really?
Yeah. Over the weekend.
Oh, I remember
but
you
I've
saying
heard it slowed down a lot.
Did it? You think because everybody was like it's horrible?
I think that has a lot to do. I mean, like, it's also the thing too. I know the critics said it was very bad because I see what they're looking at.
Yeah, they're looking at everything.
But the fans who say it's bad, well, I say the critics are just like, this movie isn't cool, like. It's not fun, or this isn't like for the average mind, and then fans are going to see it. So I understand what they're talking about because I can relate myself to like their movies.
Oh, they can't see it.
Yeah, we got to
show them in a second after we're done talking. I just realized that we're gonna fill the whole wall, and this is a big wall.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we kind of. And I don't know if you realized it before this video, but I think we kind of got a little more understanding. Just by talking it out, we kind of realized, hey, I kind of see what y'all are talking about.
Like, did I still enjoy my experience? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Was the movie great?
Yes. It's great.
I say it was
good.
It was good.
It was good.
It was good.
You know what?
Let's rank awesome, great, good, or good is average, Awesome, good, average.
And I know if y'all watched our first video, my mind has changed a lot about it. And I'm not, like, I don't know if you said the same. It's not that I'm, like, trying to be like what everybody else is saying, but I'm kind of understanding more what people are saying. I think I would say it's, like, average. I don't know. If I
had to rate it out of 10, I'd say either a 7.5. I think I'd say a 7.5 maybe. Out of 10.
I would say 8. But it's so weird because, like, before I was like, oh my god, this is the best movie ever. But now I'm thinking about it, I still do think.
I think it's the flaws and all the negativity that may have actually persuaded, like, my rating to go down. Because, I mean, I did have an 8, but it didn't go down by much.
Yeah.
So I just brought it to 7.5. So it's not too far. I mean, I'm trying not to let that affect my opinion. Yeah. So
I don't know. My mind's going every, like, my opinion did change a lot though with this movie. Like, I did. You remember I was saying, I was like, I don't know if Civil War beat it. I don't know. Now I'm just like I know Civil War is going to kill it. Like, it's crazy how your mind can just change just by just listening to people and just kind of thinking about it more. Because we just came in. Oh, what was you about to say?
But
Oh God.
Remember.
Oh Lordy.
The DVD has 30 extra minutes.
I can't wait to see that though.
So
I am excited to see what they got to say.
I don't know.
That one
I
scene
think
you see?
I think this was, to me, a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Civil War.
It's gonna be great.
It's there. It's gonna make it's there.
You know what I think is gonna make Civil War so good, or at least for me. I was telling you how for me, for a movie to be like 9 or 10, it has to, or to make a movie my favorite movie, it has to have a twist on it. Something I didn't expect to happen. Because I feel like in a lot of movies you kind of know what's gonna happen at least.
Like,
and I feel like
the Superman thing just kind of just
yeah.
When he died,
yeah.
it was like, there's Justice League coming. You're not fooling
yeah,
anybody.
it was dumb.
And then it was the whole thing in the trailer too for Batman vs Superman.
What part?
It's
What
like, because those first 2 trailers, nothing but Batman vs Superman. 3rd trailer, Doomsday. Oh, well, we know how this is gonna end.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
so I
but
was like, all right.
In Civil War, I feel like I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know because I don't know who's gonna die. Like I know, like in the comics, who died, but I don't know who's gonna die in this movie. You know what I mean? So I feel like that for me is gonna make it better than Batman vs Superman because I don't know what's gonna happen in this.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
anyway, guys.
Show my poster.
I'll make another video. We'll show
Oh
my
no,
poster.
it ain't that important.
Anyway, guys, that's about it. So pretty much, again, in this video, we were just picking out the things we like.
Yeah.
And pretty much taking the criticism and negativity the movie's gotten and putting it into that and see where the understanding would be. So, yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Yes.
If you have anything else to add on to what we said, let us know in the comment section.
Tell us how you feel about the movie, which
yeah.
a lot of people have been.
And, let us know if your opinion has slightly changed, like ours.
Yeah. It's kind of weird how it changed, for me at least.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed the video, you can like and subscribe to the House of Reactions. Check out all of our other content, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Credit cards in the scammers. Hitting the list in the drum. Legacies, fandom.